Hey everyone, it's Nikki. Welcome back. Today I'm part of the Just Our Imagination Challenge. I'll tell you a little bit more about that a little later on, but for now we're going to jump right in with these whisks. Yes, I bought 3 of them and they're one of the challenge items this month, and let me tell you, this one definitely put my imagination and my patience to the test. Trying to break the metal with pliers, oh gosh, it was a total nightmare. I was honestly surprised since Dollar Tree stuff never stay together that well. Let's face it, it's cheaply made and you pay $1.75. But I fought with it for way too long, and I thought I would be able to pull the whisk part down through the handle. And then at one point I tried to pull the whisk out, and then I just gave up and started cutting the wires off at the top. That part wasn't so bad. The real trouble came when I tried to take the whole thing apart. So I definitely wouldn't recommend it, but I wasn't about to let the thing get the best of me. So I kept going. And for some reason, I thought it'd be a good idea to remove the silicone. I don't entirely know why. There's no rhyme or reason, and I don't know if I actually needed to, but at the time it just felt right. So you know how that goes. I got this big tote filled with wooden pieces, rounds, dowels, all kinds of bits I picked up from Goodwill. So I grabbed 3 that looked like they might work, 3 wooden circles, and I set a candle on one and thought, okay, maybe I can make like a little cage or something around it. Now, I completely forgot that we had to use a real candle for this challenge, but it's fine. We'll roll with it. I started drilling small holes using a tiny bit, and it fit perfectly. So I just went with it. There wasn't any rhyme or reason here, no diagram or plan, just pure imagination. I ended up using 3 wires on each one. And just so you know, this whole project, well, not just this project, like for this collaboration, it took me about 6 hours. Yeah. Even longer, considering like I've been cleaning and then working on my voiceover, so like 8 hours. Yeah. So for anyone who thinks crafters don't put a lot of time and energy into their projects, oh my goodness, you are so wrong. Once I had the shape I wanted, I went in with some super glue gel to make sure everything was nice and secure. And then I needed a base. So I grabbed my drill and my paddle bit here in just a second, and then my battery died in my drill. So I stop right here, and we're going to move on to the next part. I have a bunch of small dowels, so I got 2 of them and cut them, I don't know how many, maybe 3.5 inches. I wasn't measuring this, as I said, imagination. I'm just winging it. And it went right up through that hole perfectly, like it was meant to be. So I do have 3. One is a little bit longer. Then I took this stick again out of that wooden stash, and then took a small paddle drill bit and started making a hole. But I didn't want it to go all the way through the wood, just like almost all the way through the wood. And of course, I made 3 of them. So the longer one is going to go in the center. So I'm making sure I'm dead center because I don't want this to look uneven. I added a little bit of Titebond Quick and Thick. This is a tricky project really, because there's nothing to grab a hold of anything, and I'm not really good at stuff like figuring, I mean, I can't build anything. I made it work though, guys. I don't know how. So right now, I'm pretty sure you guys can see like what I'm creating, but it's gonna be a candelabra. So I'm using a little bit of hot glue for that immediate hold until the wood glue dried. And that was a little tricky too because I didn't want to mix my hot glue and my wood glue because it would just cancel out and I wouldn't have any security and have to start all over again. But it worked. Set it aside to dry for a little bit and then started working on the base. Yeah, my drill had charged in that amount of time. That's how long it took me to do it. It took like an hour for me to just do that part of the project. Again, more wood glue, and I got this dowel again out of the stash. This one's bigger, and pushed it in there as far as I could get it. Okay, so now we got to set the candelabra on top. I added some wood glue and then took this masking tape and I'm going to wrap it around in like a cross. It's hard to build a structure on something like this. Well, it was for me. I'm sure people will watch this and think, oh, you could have done this differently. Yeah, I probably could do a lot of things differently, but it came out. It came out nice. I'm okay with that. So this is some salt wash that I've had for months and it keeps good, just so you guys know. And I painted the whole thing with that salt wash. It was Truffle by Waverly and mixed in with salt wash. And this is at the point where I'm like, it needs more structure. So again, out of my wood stash, I cut 2 pieces just to help stabilize my candelabra, and I didn't want it to snap on me. I'm going to let that sit for a little bit, and I'm going to go back to the handle on my whisk. I started rolling the Chanel stem until it was about the same width, and I set that on top of the handle and glued it using some hot glue. And then I just started wrapping my Chanel stem all the way down and adding another one as I went. I think I used a total of 4, maybe. While you're watching me wrap this, I just want to say hello. And if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. This challenge has been such a fun one to be a part of. And I really hope that you're enjoying it so far. And if you are, I would love for you to stick around for more DIYs. I've got lots of creative projects coming up for you. All right, once I was done with my white, I went in with this really pretty red. It's such a vibrant, Christmassy red, and wrapped it around so it looks like a candy cane or candy cane stick, the ones that you put in your hot cocoa. All right, so I'm letting that project just sit for a minute. I'm using one of Dollar Tree's wooden planks for the base, and the little gingerbread house came from the Family Dollar. And I glued that right onto the plank. And at first I added this little gingerbread man, but I'm actually going to switch that out a little bit later. I can't remember where he came from, but I decided I wanted to use something different. And now I'm going to glue down all kinds of cuteness, beginning with this tree I found at Walmart last year. And these smaller ones came from Hobby Lobby this year, 50% off. And I'm just arranging and gluing as I go using some hot glue. It's already cute just the way it is, but wait, it's going to be so adorable. And then I'm also adding my candy cane pole. I think that's a nice touch and a good use of the challenge items. I use the wire and the handle. I just have such a thing for Christmas scenes. and honestly, scenes in general. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you know I love creating little worlds like my fairy tale mermaid project or that hobbit house that I made. I just love the storytelling part of it. You can probably hear my lab eating right now. She likes to eat late at night. It's like 11 o'clock at night and she's eating. And okay, so these dowels, what do you call these things? Use them in jewelry. Is it a jump ring? I'm sorry, I had to drill a little hole with one of my little tiny drill bits because I couldn't get it. My hands just couldn't work around that little bit, and I drilled a hole and then added one in each one of the dowels. And then I'm wrapping some fairy lights. So I'm starting from what would be the bottom of the pole, and the battery pack is right at the bottom there, and wrapping my way up, looping or running the lights through that jump ring and then into the other jump ring and back down. I hope I'm saying this right. My brain is fatigued. It's a good thing I go back to work tomorrow night because, I mean, I'm staying up late tonight so I can sleep tomorrow and then go into work for my 3 nights. It's always a good idea to get good rest before going back, because if I don't, it just sets me behind so much, and I hate that feeling. I had a little bit of extra lights left over, so I just wrapped those around my tree, and I'm going to use some hot glue to glue my poles. The perfect accent would be those little campers that you see around this time of year. That would have been so perfect for this. I saw one on a larger scale the other day at Dollar Tree. It's just so cute. I need a mini one. So if anyone knows where any mini ones are, please let me know in the comments because I really want one. But this is a gingerbread man I wanted to use. This one I found at the Family Dollar, and I think it was $1.25. Don't quote me. But they definitely have some weight to them. I got a little girl too. And this popsicle stick that I painted, I'm writing fresh trees on and doing those little primitive dots that are just so cute. And I'm gonna use some hot glue and attach that to my candy cane pole. And of course it needs a little distressing, right? You may have seen me use this. It's like a tinsel style ribbon. It's essentially like garland. And a lot of people use it for like primitive ornaments and I mean, all kinds of stuff. And I absolutely love it. I've been using it quite a bit in my projects. And so as you can see, I'm wrapping it around my pole and then around my lights and then back down my other pole. All right, as I mentioned earlier, this is our Just Our Imagination Challenge, and it's hosted every month by Kathy Jo DIYs and Brenda from Rustic and Lace. And this month's guest host is Caroline from Craft Classy. All of these ladies are so talented, and I just have to say, Brenda and Kathy Jo are such a wonderful support system, especially for us newer YouTubers. If you've thought about starting a channel, this is the kind of community you'd want to be part of. They're easy to talk to and always supportive, and they take the time to watch and comment and truly help you grow. I honestly don't think we give them enough recognition sometimes, or everything they do behind the scenes. So I just wanted to say how much I appreciate them. So be sure to check out these creative ladies. I'll have their channels linked down below along with the playlist. Okay, back to the video. While I was gabbing, you can see I went absolutely crazy with my snow text. I love this stuff and it's so fun to play with, and it dries nice and hard in like 4 hours. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer depending on, your climate, but this is so fun. And I started putting some, like a little more on the trees and putting some on my peppermint. Um, what am I calling it now? I'm calling it a peppermint stick, apparently. Um, my candy cane stick. And, on my house, it's just so much fun to play with. So, if you haven't used Snow Text before, I encourage you to try it. And some gumdrops. I just had so much fun with this. And all these faux sprinkles I get on Etsy. I don't know why my dogs aren't settling down tonight. Boy, they're just like full of it. Guys, I think this is just too cute. I'm adding a little German glass glitter, and this stuff is so pretty. It's actual glass, so you really have to be careful with it. You don't want any shards under your nails, but it just adds such a nice, pretty shine, and it's not that iridescent look. It's just like crystals. It's just so pretty. You can really see it with the light off. Right now I have my camera light on, but here you can see like little sparkles here and there. It's just so pretty. I can't wait to hear what you guys think about this little Christmas scene. I love it. All right, back to our candelabra. I'm using these bobby pins next. They're our last challenge item. I wasn't sure what to do with them, but I thought it'd make like a cute little accent on the sides. By this point, though, my hands were so sore from working with all that metal earlier. I have some arthritis, so it was getting hard for me. I didn't have much left in me. So I kept it simple and made little swirl design and glued the flat side down. It kind of looks like the Monopoly Man's curly mustache. And then I just glued it down using hot glue. And then I took these like greenery stems and just kind of made another like whirly, I call it like a whirly gig, and wrapped it around my candelabra, the center. I want to add some florals to this, so I'm going to add some floral foam and just gluing that down with some hot glue. And I'm going to start adding a bunch of different greenery, and just I'll let you watch because I just think this part is so pretty. And I love to watch people put together arrangements, and I also enjoy making wreaths, especially this time of year. So I will put on some music. I hope you enjoy and let you watch me put this together. You may have wondered why I painted it brown, but this is also gonna be gingerbread themed. So I'm taking my white paint marker and just making it all cute and gingerbready. And yeah, I'll let you watch as I put this part together. And of course, it wouldn't be a gingerbread project if I didn't add some puffy paint here and there. I think this really elevated it. Dollar Tree has these really cute ice cube trays, so I melted down some wax, some white wax, and some red, which kind of came out looking pink, but that's fine. And I poured it into these molds. And then I also took the candles that I had earlier. They're just battery operated candles that I got at Dollar Tree, and I dunked them in the white wax to make them look like real candles. And I think they came out so cute. You'll see the results at the end of the video. For my battery operated candles, I just kept dipping them in the white wax, and then I took a spoon and dribbled some more of that wax over them. It took a few minutes. I'd let the wax cool and then go back in with another layer. But it made such a big difference in the end. And here it is, our final reveal. I think this turned out so pretty. The candles look amazing, and I can't get over how much that simple wax detail elevated the whole piece. And as always, let me know what you think. And I'd be interested what you would do differently. People typically will comment and let me know. And this is, oh my goodness, I just think it's so cute. I hope you guys enjoyed this gingerbread themed Just Our Imagination challenge. Thank you, Brenda, Kathy Jo, and Caroline for hosting. And as always, thank you for spending time with me. Until the next one, bye.